Welcome to the Ed&Ed podcast. This podcast is going to be a very sad one because
We fucked up.
Well, don't put me into this. You messed up bad, and we're gonna explain why right now.
We made like the best podcast ever
Yes.
last time, and you guys are never gonna hear it because holy shit, not even we can hear it. The audio's all fucked up. I freaking talk in like a low voice for some reason, and freaking I cannot do it. I can't work with the audio. I try to edit it, make it louder, but it sounds like I don't know how to explain it. It sounds staticky or some shit. It's kind of like when you take a small image off of Google and you kind of want to like expand it, and it's all a pixely mess. Yeah, that's how that podcast was in like audio form.
Now, the reason why the audio was so low was because you decided to be like half a mile away from the microphone, and like in the middle of the podcast I was like, you're too far away, and you're like, nah, this is fine, and I was like, whatever. And then you also complained that I'm too loud, so I'm just like, well, that's how a microphone will pick it up. So also we just bought these pop filters, so the P's and everything, if I get up real close to the mic and I go, it won't be that loud, or it won't make that popping sound, which is good. And I just spiked the audio right there, so, gotta fix that later.
The pop filters were like a bitch to put on. It's like...
because
the Blue Yeti doesn't seem to have like a pop filter made specifically for it.
It does not.
It's, well, whatever. I found a way to put it on. It's tightly put on. It's all good and shit. It's all good.
That's the main problem with the Yeti microphone, the Blue Yeti. Which I understand you could take off the microphone and buy another stand, but it already comes with a stand with it. But the problem with that stand is that there's no way to put on a pop filter on it. But there is a way you could. You had to buy more stuff. So it has this little thing where you could attach like tripods and stuff to it.
But who the fuck wants to buy that shit? It's too expensive.
No, there's this stick that you could just buy, and then you could put it there, and you could put your pop filter there.
But who the heck would want to spend more money on that? You know what?
Exactly.
I'm paranoid about... I feel like I'm screaming, but I'm kind of paranoid about talking too low because of what happened in the last podcast.
Just look at the audio. You're not spiking anything. We're fine.
Okay, so we're good.
We also raised up the gain, so you can hear us better if we decide to lean back.
So yeah, basically we fucked up the best podcast we ever done. Like, it was so good.
My God.
It was very cohesive. It was funny at the beginning. It was serious at the end. We were talking about like our favorite movies and shit, and I'm just like, I'm sad. I'm just depressed right now because it was so good. It was so good.
So,
and to the few of you guys that actually listen, well, sorry, you're missing out because it was good.
Yeah, it was a great podcast, and there's no way to save it. So once again, another podcast that will never be heard ever.
It's so depressing.
Man, this our big failure right off the bat.
Just because of it, I feel feverish. I can't do this.
Yeah, this kid was having a panic attack in the middle of just recording everything. Not recording, I mean, trying to fix it.
Not a panic attack. More like I was like angry. I'm a really angry person. I used to be really chill.
I don't remember that.
I was. Now freaking all that pent up anger is just like coming out. Oh, shit.
I'm telling you, we need to buy a punching bag and put it in the basement.
I have a fever. I feel terrible. Anyways, I guess it'd be pretty bullshit, but I guess we could talk about what we were talking about last podcast.
Yeah.
And now let's start with the rant I had in the beginning.
Let's start with that. Alright, so...
Alright. I have a problem with freaking human beings telling me when I can and cannot take a shit. Because fuck them. Seriously, like... I'm getting way ahead of myself. But last week, I had this problem for like 2 days where I was just like shitting a lot.
Constantly.
Like constant trips to the bathroom. And I get that occasionally. Not occasionally, but once every like 3 or 6 months. And it's fucking retarded. I went to school, got in trouble because I was like 40 minutes late from shitting.
That's amazing.
Then I have like teachers that are like telling me, oh, if you have to go to the bathroom, you have to go before class. And I'm like, well, sorry. Unlike you, I can't schedule when I can or cannot take a shit. Like, oh hey, class starts at 12. Better schedule my shit for 11:30. I, who the fuck does that? Nobody does that. Nobody can do that. It
Some
last
people
time.
have a talent.
Oh my god, I loved it better in the last podcast because I was actually funny.
Yeah,
We were both
I was laughing. Yeah.
We were
Now,
both,
now I'm just depressed. But
We-
I'll continue with my poop rant afterwards. After you. Corrections.
So yeah, fucking. Now I'm not even like, ha ha ha, this is funny. I had to shit a lot and I got in trouble for it. Now I'm like, fuck. I just hate everything. Oh, we have to get into a topic that makes me happy now.
Wait, let me make a rant about me pooping in public. Oh my god, no! Jesus, I know we're recording. What do you want? Okay, the phone. Here, have a nice day.
Bye.
Close the door silently, please.
Bye, mommy.
Oh,
I love you.
Damn.
So,
All right, no, hold up. I need to go on my rant.
okay, go ahead.
All right, so, I barely poop in public, cause
Ah!
I mean like a public bathroom.
Okay.
Every single time I do, it's a horrible experience. And the only time I do poop in public is because I really goddamn need to go. Like, there is no possible way for me holding it. So, I think it was 5th or 6th grade. I was in elementary school, and I had to go take a dump. So I went to the bathroom, and I used the handicapped like little section because they're always cleaner and they're always more spacious. So, you know, taking a poop is more comfortable over there. And what I hate was, well, in the middle of me taking a dump, I heard some kid try to open the door, and I was like, God damn it, now I gotta hurry up to take a shit, because now somebody's waiting out there. But I don't want them to see my face when I exit the bathroom, because, you know, it's always awkward. So, this kid goes, the friggin' doors of a public bathroom always have this huge gap between the floor and the beginning of that damn door.
The toilet stool.
Yeah, the toilet stool. And like an obese child could go underneath that. So this kid decides to do exactly that. He goes under, he like ducks and tries to crawl underneath. And then he sees me and he was like, "Oh, I didn't know you were there." And then he goes back under. He goes back to the little spot where you wait to use the bathroom. And he goes back under and says, "Dude, I'm sorry, I didn't know you were here." So at this point I was pissed off, because why the hell would you go back underneath the damn stool when you already know somebody's there, right? So I grabbed the toilet paper that was right next, because they always have like this stash there in the handicap place. So I grabbed one of the toilet papers and I just threw it at him and I told him to get the hell out, because who in their right mind would do that? It pissed me off. And I'm pretty sure that was like one of the last time I ever pooped in public when it wasn't like a dire situation.
When we're doing these podcasts, we're like talking to each other, but because we've already said all this stuff before, it's like we're just talking to an inanimate object.
Exactly,
and it's weird, but whatever. I think everyone, I've already said this in the last podcast, but I gotta stop mentioning that. Freaking, I bet everyone has already had some kind of like public bathroom trauma.
Mm-hmm.
Like something
agree.
about the public bathroom that everyone's not, somebody, oh my god. There's always something somebody doesn't like about the public bathroom. There's always some kind of specific trauma. Like me, I cannot shit in a public bathroom. When I was like 5 years old, freaking, I went to a public bathroom. Some guy kicked the door open while I was shitting, and then like two guys like saw me, and I was just like, no! And I was, well,
you have nightmares about it.
And now I can't. Like, every time I go to a public bathroom, if I hear somebody in the bathroom, I like hold my shit till like they get out, and then that's when I unleash the beast something.
I agree with that. I was in the airport, right? And apparently, like, I had the airport pizza there, which was pretty good. But for some reason, the second that thing started to get digested in my stomach a little bit, it gave me the worst stomach ache. And then I was like, all right, I'm...
Airplane food? Is that what you're talking about?
No. You know how they have food courts in the airplane?
In the airport?
Airport, yeah.
Okay.
So, if that was airplane food, like pizza in the airplane, that would have been amazing. But which cut, so it gave me the shits. Like my stomach started hurting like crazy, and I was like, whatever, this is gonna pass. And then I couldn't hold it anymore. I didn't shit myself, but I was like, oh my god, if I don't go right now to the bathroom, I'm going to poop all over the place. So I went running to the bathroom, right? So I like somebody like hit one of those dryer things to dry your hands, and I was like, this is my time to unleash the beast. So I did that, and every single time I heard like the water running or somebody hit the dryer thing, I always tried to force out everything then.
Oh yeah, that's the best time.
Yeah, but like the second it's all silent and everything, I'm like, all right, hold it in, hold it in. If I can't hold it in, just let it out little by little. But whenever somebody like made a loud noise, that's when I will go like hardcore mode and make sure I shit out everything right then and there.
By the way, to anyone who thinks this is all nasty, get over yourself.
Yeah, everybody poop.
We all shit. We all remove nasty excretions from our body from time to time. Anyways, so yeah, this is called Poopcast. Yeah.
Yeah, we should rename our...
Starring Ed and Ed. I don't even think we introduced ourselves.
Did we? I think I did say welcome to the Ed&Ed podcast.
Alright.
Pretty sure I did.
For those who don't know, I'm Ed1.
I'm Ed2.
We have like t-shirts like the Thing one, like the Thing t-shirts.
Thing 1,
Thing 2.
We don't actually have t-shirts, by the way.
Go to our website, www.
We don't have a website.
It doesn't exist.com.
Oh shit, I just hit the stand where the mic is. I hope that didn't pick it up.
Alright, whatever. So yeah, everybody has some bad experience with the public bathroom. And now that, we also complained about the stools last time. Who the hell makes those stools, man? Who invented that shit? Because the gap between like the bottom, the floor to the stool and the actual door where it starts is just so wide. Like anyone, like you said, could go under there.
Yeah, I hate it.
The gap from the door, like you can see through the gap and you can see that somebody's inside. I mean, like that's one of the things. Like I'm a shy pooper. I don't want people to see me pooping. That's why I always try to find the most private bathroom. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah. I could pee easily in a public bathroom, but pooping, I don't know. That's another thing.
Yeah, of course, everybody can pee. That's why guys have urinals where people can pee next to each other.
Actually, there's shy peers.
But I never pee in a urinal. That's disgusting.
Oh, I do.
Anyways,
easy.
I don't. I hate it. Yeah. Seriously, what's the point of having stools with that wide of gap? Why can't it go all the way down to the floor? Can they not afford the freaking... Does it cost more? Is that why? What the hell's up with that?
Or is like somebody like, oh, this is totally for safety measure. What happens if the lock breaks and like they're stuck under there? They could just crawl underneath.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean, and then what's the point? Even the stools that are connected to each other have like that gap.
Yeah,
like for what? Is it so somebody could be like, Harry, I kind of ran out of toilet paper. Can you pass me yours? I don't get it. I hate it.
Should we move on to our next topic?
Yeah. No. I also have another rant.
Okay.
Well, it's a personal rant. It's not a rant about anything. Probably nobody ever does this or has to go through this. But freaking every time I'm working on something, I always get interrupted. And I hate that. I saw this video, I think something about creative minds or something like that. That if you get interrupted, that's it. Your flow's broken. You need to like regain that freaking flow. If not, like you're done. How are you gonna get back to work? Every freaking time I'm drawing, I get interrupted. I freaking editing for the podcast, I get interrupted.
I usually do the editing, by the way.
I hate it. Oh yeah. Don't believe them.
The past two podcasts, who edited them? Me. The last one, who tried edited it? You, and it failed absolutely.
Oh my god. Whatever. You mean edit it by making it into a video format, right?
No, I also do the audio thing.
Okay.
Oh,
whatever.
wait, the second one you actually
did. You delusional bastard.
You actually did the second one.
I did all of them. You just did the last one.
The first one?
I did the first one. Well, not the first one.
First one we didn't edit at all.
Like the Bingo and Dingo, the Dead podcast. Lol.
Oh no, what are you talking about? The first podcast we've made that we actually put up, I did that.
Oh. Well, I re-edited it.
Yeah, but we didn't repost it up.
Oh yeah, we didn't. Oh well, whatever. Too
Right?
bad, too sad.
Yeah.
Anyways,
So let's hope this podcast, our third one, which was supposed to be our fourth one. So we're gonna make 2 podcasts today, so we could compensate for that.
why would you tell him that? All right, whatever.
Because, well, oh yeah, we're dating ourselves. Whatever. We're gonna make 2 today, and yeah, because God, we lost one of our best podcasts because we decided to. Hey, look, let's be half a mile away from the microphone. That was a mistake that we made, which was horrible, and we had the gain pretty goddamn low.
So yeah, nice day we're having today. It's
Yeah.
raining a lot.
Yeah, which is good. It's gonna take away all the damn snow.
It's
Basically gonna
also
make it into ice.
thunderstorming and everything. Well, whatever. I don't care. The rain is nice. All right. So I'm not happy.
All right,
That's great.
so let's go into our second topic.
Movies.
Movies. Our favorite movies. I think we should start with yours, because the last time we were talking, which you guys will never hear, we just went into my favorite movie, and we never went into yours. Do you have a favorite movie?
I don't have a favorite movie. I feel like people who have favorites kind of don't watch enough movies.
Oh,
Me, on the other hand, I don't watch movies at all. So I have like a couple. I've seen a couple of movies. And really, the only movies I can say I've seen is like Disney movies.
which are
A few
all
live
good.
actions. A few live actions like shit. I don't even know. I saw Transformers 2.
Dude, we
They're,
saw
like,
a lot
years
of
ago.
live action movies.
Okay, yeah, but I don't remember them because most of them are forgettable. I watch the forgettable movies. I don't watch like I don't know, like stuff that would get a 90% on Rotten Tomatoes or something like
Remember watching The Knowing? Like,
that. The
years
most
and
forgettable
years ago?
movie ever. Really, the only thing that I can remember from it was like that trailer for that horror movie.
Oh, yeah. I
that's-
covered my eyes when that came up. Screw that.
Yeah, we don't watch horror. I hate horror.
Yeah, I hate horror
I was
movies.
traumatized by horror movie like when I was a kid, and I just don't watch it. I can't.
I remember as a kid, I watched Chucky at 10 o'clock. Everybody left me alone. And the first scream, I didn't even turn off the TV. I just ran to the bedroom. And that was the first time I ever whistled, too. I still remember that.
Yeah, that movie traumatized me. I can't watch horror.
I
can't.
really can't, me neither.
And I
like,
don't want to. I
like,
never want to.
during the movie, I'm fine with it. Especially if there's people around, I'm fine with it. I probably won't get scared. But the second I go to my room and it's dark, I start thinking about it, and then I start like, oh fuck, everything horrible is coming back to my mind, and now I'm scared, and I hate that. So I don't watch horror movies. It's just causing yourself pain. There's no entertainment in it at all. Hate it.
All I can say is from movies that I watched that the movie that I don't think I'll ever forget is Pacific Rim, because that's the
Wow.
movie that that's the movie I had the most fun in. Like, I've never seen a movie that made me like feel so excited, have so much fun, and I was just like, wow, freaking this is great. It's like, I don't know, it's like my childhood in movie form. Like, everything I've watched in like Power Rangers and stuff, it's just like, this is like a grittier adult version that's funny and everything.
It was funny.
It was, well, funny, no, but it was like fun. It was just fun. It was a fun movie. Like, movies don't even know how to have fun anymore. It has to be The Dark Knight or something like that.
Yeah.
Ever since that movie. Or
No,
is it? No,
it's been
it's
if for
been like
some
that.
reason it's been an era where everything needs to be dark. It can't be lighthearted anymore. And I think there has to be a way that we could have like a medium of it. And we know of an anime that does that amazingly.
What, Gintama?
Gintama. That thing has everything, and it like
man.
executes it amazingly.
Well, that's our opinion. Not a lot of people like Gintama.
What?
Yeah, there are some people who don't like Gintama.
Gintama's amazing, man. I don't know who.
For those who don't know, Gintama is like an alternate universe where
Yeah.
like the past, like feudal Japan or something, gets like invaded by aliens, and it becomes like this mix of sci-fi slash
Yes.
past world kind of thing.
It's a
And
great anime.
it's comedy, action, drama.
drama.
It in my opinion, it does all of that well.
It does.
For some reason, every Gintama episode seems to have like a message at the end, like a life lesson or something like that.
I don't
kinda
see
like
it.
Yeah.
Alright, but what were we talking about before? Oh, my complaint with Pacific Rim. I don't know if it was the seating that we were in. It was extremely loud.
Oh, it was so awesome loud. Yeah, it was so awesomely loud.
I'm sorry, I moved my chair, and all of you heard that.
But the only thing I can really have a complaint about Pacific Rim is not the movie itself, but what happened in the middle of the movie.
Which destroyed my whole goddamn viewing experience because of this person.
It made me paranoid. So, in the middle of the movie, some dude comes in with like a hoodie.
Yeah.
And like, you can't see anything. Like, his face was
his face is legit covered.
Like, his face was just like darkness. And he was like, black, but yeah.
I guess he was.
Yeah, he was. But
this is gonna sound so racist, but
but
it wasn't because he was black. I literally couldn't see his skin color because he wore this hoodie that like the lighting in the movie theater is pretty goddamn dark, so it would like cover his whole face, and we couldn't see anything of his face.
Yeah, he was like dark all over. And so really. And now that
continue.
We got paranoid because it was like some dude comes in the middle of the movie.
By the way, this was kind of near the Aurora shooting. Is that what it's called?
The Aurora shootings, yeah.
Yeah, so like the movie.
But
theater
no,
shooting,
it wasn't near that time.
Whatever. But people were panicked, and that came to my mind the second he came in, because he came in.
That was kind of our first time watching a movie since that.
Yeah, exactly. But what was so bullshit was like you were like, hey, let's stay in the back. If we stayed in the middle, that wouldn't have happened.
That's because if you're in the back, you can see the entire screen, so it's good. But this guy came in and he was just like, you cannot see anything. Like who? Oh my god! If you're coming into a movie theater, don't come in with your hoodie on.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And sit down.
Yeah, this guy was just standing there, like in the back. He was
standing there with his arms crossed, and then he sat down for 5 minutes, and then he left the movie theater.
And I don't think he was a worker. He wasn't in uniform at all.
Yeah, he wasn't.
And it was just like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, that kind of, like, made me paranoid because I'm a paranoid person. And, yeah, man. I know the movie theater's cold.
Yeah.
But I know it's, like, air-conditioned and shit. But it wasn't cold enough to, like, put on your hoodie on.
Exactly.
Don't you put on your hoodie because it's very windy?
And it was during the summer, right? I believe so.
Yeah, it was during the summer.
It was during the summer, so I understand the movie theaters are cold sometimes, but come on, wear a hat instead or something. But don't have a hoodie that covers your whole damn face.
Yeah, the problem was not because he was wearing a hoodie, but because it was like covering his face.
It was covering his face. He stood in the back for 5 minutes. He sat down for 2 minutes, got up, left, and then like he sat right behind us, like 2 rows behind us or something. And he just sat down. He sat down for 2 minutes. He got up. He left. And then I think like you went to go check if he left anything in the seat.
Yeah, I was like, did he leave a bomb or something? Like I was just going through every possible scenario in my head. I got up. I saw if he left something. I went out to see if he left or something.
And he came back in the second you left. And I was like, fuck, Edgar, come back, please. Oh, damn it, I said your name again. We gotta
whatever, it doesn't matter. So yeah, I think we came off as racist.
Yeah, we totally came off as racist. But we are not racist.
But no, we're not racist. It's just that we're paranoid. Like, if a dude randomly comes in, like, in the middle of the movie, like, literally, like, maybe an hour and a half into the movie.
Yeah.
Because who does that? Like, unless you're, like, hopping movies or something, like, you're coming from one movie and it's just like, let's see how Pacific Rim is. But what the hell? Don't come in with your hoodie. I don't know.
Really?
Basically, it's just scary.
Yeah, it just made us paranoid. We were just paranoid. That was pretty much it.
Loud, and now that with all the loud noises, we cannot hear what's going on behind us.
Exactly. Like, whenever there'll be, like, an action scene, it'll get extremely loud. And I was like, this would be the perfect time to murder somebody. And I was just like, ah, great. We're all gonna die. But luckily, nothing happened. But it destroyed the movie experience, and I learned my lesson. I'll never sit in the back of a movie theater ever again.
It didn't destroy my movie experience. It was during the Hong Kong scene when they were fighting in Hong Kong.
Oh, that was so badass.
Oh, that's like the best part of the movie. I thought that was the end of the movie.
Yeah.
And they were just gonna be like to be continued or something like that.
Because that movie was extremely long. At that point, it was like 2 hours in, I believe, or an hour and a half in. So we thought it was gonna end pretty soon there. But no, it went on for like another hour, I think.
Yeah, like I think the only thing I could say about the movie, like maybe a problem was, is that it was long.
A lot of movies are getting longer now. I've realized this.
I cannot sit through a 3-hour movie.
I can't.
It's ridiculous.
If it gets to the point where it's 3 hours, I'd just be like, yeah, no, thank you.
It sounds more like a chore, but whatever.
Even though it is watching a movie, I don't think somebody could hold me into a movie for 3 hours that long without me going, alright, when the hell is this shit gonna end?
Yeah, because if it's long, if you see that's like 3 hours long, it feels more like a chore rather than watching a movie. It's kind of like when we bought like a shit ton of video games, like during the Steam sale.
Oh my god, yeah.
We bought like 20 video games. We were like, oh man, we're gonna have so much fun. But then after realizing that after I beat this game, I have to play another game, then another game, then another game. And then it felt like I'm not even playing anymore. I'm just like going through like a laundry list or something.
Yeah.
Laundry list, a grocery list. And it was just like...
Knock on wood, point and bread, you owe me a soda.
Whatever. Yeah, so it just... Long movies feel like a chore.
Yeah.
And all that, I'm not much of a movie person. I just want to go in, have fun, get out.
Yeah, we gotta go watch that Lego movie.
Yeah.
I wanted to see Frozen, because I heard it was good, but I heard people also didn't like it that much because it was like a musical.
Yeah, it was split, but whatever.
But so was the Superman movie, which we didn't go see at all.
I wanted to go see. I was really excited for that movie.
It was either Superman or Pacific Rim, and we chose Pacific Rim at the last second.
Yeah, because even though I was excited for Superman, I was also very excited for Pacific Rim. Like, I've seen, like, advertisements everywhere for it, and I was just like, oh, man, Pacific Rim, I want to see that. And Superman, I was also very excited for. Like, what we were going to do is one day see Superman, and the next day see Pacific Rim.
Yeah, that's what we were going to do.
But I don't know why we didn't. And then, like, after hearing, like, everyone say it was, like, a terrible movie, I just, like, I didn't feel like it. I didn't feel like watching it.
Yeah, it was split. So we were like, all right, are we going to go spend, like, $12 to go see a movie that we might not like, or go see a movie that's basically like Power Rangers, and we already know we're going to like it. So we decided to go with the Power Ranger-esque movie, which was Pacific Rim.
If Superman in the Man of Steel movie was anything like Superman in Justice League War, I wouldn't want to see that movie at all.
I heard he was like very destructive in that movie. So
yeah, you just need to see the trailers and you see everything crumbling.
That's not Superman.
Yeah, man. What they did do, I think the best part of Man of Steel, even though I didn't see it, was the trailer, because it like gave you like the first trailer, like when Superman's walking like in Alaska or something, like in ice and like an icy land, and he's just like kneels and puts his hands on the ground.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It starts vibrating. He just like shoots up into the air. I was like, oh my god, I want to see this movie, but no, not anymore. All the reviewers that I respect were like, no, no, and no. So I was just like, okay, no.
Can't go. People don't like it. So should we talk about our favorite movies now? Because we just went on a random rant.
Well, you said talk about. I don't have a favorite movie, so I talked about Pacific Rim.
All right.
So go ahead and talk about Up.
All right. So Up.
Oh, we could say that now about like the pop filter thing.
Yeah, Up.
Up.
All right, we're okay. Which kind? So Up is my favorite movie. It's a Pixar movie, and Pixar does not do wrong. Except when it comes to their sequels. Cars. I haven't watched the sequel to Cars, but I like the Cars movie, the first one.
Cars looks like the worst shit ever.
They made planes. I think that was Pixar.
I'm also talking from a distance again.
That's why I raised up the gain. So great, you hit the stand.
All right. Talk about Up.
All right, so Up is an amazing movie. The first 5 minutes could be its own little Pixar short. And it tells a story without saying a single word, which is amazing. Second, the old man. I love his character, because his character is of a person that wants to stay in the past, but also wants to fulfill a dream for his dead wife. But throughout the movie, he starts learning that he has to let go of the past and live in the now, and him being with that kid teaches him that. So that's another amazing thing. Two, they add so much sentimental value to that house with the balloons, that iconic house that I'm pretty sure a lot of people gotta know. They made sure that they showed how meaningful this house is to the old man, and once he meets his idol, the old man meets his idol, that evil guy, the what's damn it,
I
what's
don't know his name, but basically this movie is about being anchored to the past and
yeah,
how you have to let your past go. Like everything about his past is kind of like coming right towards him in this movie. The house,
the house,
his hero.
his hero being a horrible person, even though he acts nice at the beginning, right? But then afterwards, they're like, wow, this guy's really an asshole. And the old man learns this, and he's like, damn, he's gone crazy, this guy. So, obviously, his idol let him down, and he absolutely hated him. And the idol ends up trying to burn down the old man's house. He tried to, like, legit light it on fire. And once he started doing that, Ed 1 and Ed 2, which is us, I screamed out no, and so did you, I'm pretty sure. Because they made sure to add sentimental value to that house.
I got super emotional, but not like I was like, fuck that guy.
He got angry. He got angry that he was doing that.
This movie is very good at making you feel like the house is important. Like
yes.
The house itself is like a character that you care about and something you don't want gone. Because you see the old man, how precious the house is to the old man, that you as the audience see that and also like sympathize with that. Like to you, that house is also precious because it's an important character.
Yeah.
Like freaking when the house was about to be burned down, I really got angry. Like I was just like, kill the guy who's gonna burn the house.
Yeah.
Just kill him. Not only that, but like the reason why he kind of got out of like being anchored from the past is like the kid character. He's a kid who has like a sense of adventure and all that stuff. He's kind of like how they were when they were
exactly
kids.
when they were kids.
And and I think that kind of woke him out of it. Like he had to give up like his past possessions in order to save this kid.
Yeah, he started throwing out like photos and stuff like that, and a lot of stuff that was in the house, so that they could continue with their adventure, because he lost some balloons and he couldn't support everything in the house. So he started throwing out like a lot of important stuff for him, which symbolizes what I feel symbolizes him finally letting go of the past.
No, the letter he got from his wife, that's kind of like,
oh
hey, go out and have your adventure, like have your next adventure. And yeah, I feel like we explained this better in the last podcast, but oh well, that's lost forever.
We're not going into that much detail because I'm pretty sure we're both thinking, oh hey, we said all of this shit in the last podcast.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to talk about it. So let's talk about what we really want to talk about.
Kill Bill?
Kill Bill.
Kill Bill.
Like, we only saw like 10 minutes of it, and it's the most what the fuck movie I've ever seen in my entire life.
Hilarious. I don't know if they're trying to be funny, but it is hilarious.
Oh, it's the most comedic thing I've ever seen in my entire life. So many what moments that I'm just like, oh, I gotta watch this full movie. Like, if there's Netflix, I'm getting Netflix again.
Apparently is gonna have it this year.
Oh, sweet.
I don't think it's like Netflix, like you could just go on Netflix and go. It's called Netflix Instant. I don't know what that is, because, you know, we haven't been entwined with Netflix lately.
What? Netflix Instant? Isn't Netflix itself already an instant thing?
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know what it is. I can't go into detail about it because I don't know what it is. Yeah.
So yeah, man, those 10 minutes of Kill Bill was just like, it's the best movie ever. Like I'm looking at it, I'm just like, this is a movie that I'm gonna have a lot of fun with.
Cause like this was great. You made so much goddamn noise. Alright, but what you got? This literally made us get a reaction. We were like, oh my god, what is this? Because there's a scene where I guess a steel ball went into one of the girls' face and she started bleeding from her eyes. Or something.
God, we were like, oh,
yeah,
they like stabbed her in the toe also.
yeah.
Oh my god, it was like someone reacting to like two girls in one cup or something like that. But we were just watching Kill Bill. We were like, oh shit!
It was so hilarious. And I remember she went into a bathroom and she took off her jumpsuit,
her yellow jumpsuit,
to go into another yellow jumpsuit.
No, she had another yellow jumpsuit underneath it. And I was just like, what? Was that like a censored scene or something? But
maybe, I
the
don't know.
movie's rated M, so I don't think they censored anything.
They probably wouldn't. And what was hilarious was that one of the diners or whatever, he looked like Charlie Brown. I was like, ha, Charlie Brown. And then, like, 5 seconds later, they made fun of him for looking like Charlie Brown.
Yeah,
and I was like,
hey, you look like Charlie Brown, or something like that. Oh man, it was so awesome.
That movie was hilarious. We need to watch the whole thing.
Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna watch the whole thing, and we're gonna talk about it because holy shit, it's the best movie I've ever seen, and I've only seen like 10 minutes of it.
Yeah, I know, right? It's hilarious.
Oh man, I love it.
It's great.
I can't believe it. I've heard that Kill Bill was a good movie, but I've never seen it.
Yeah, me neither.
I've never seen it.
We were so lucky just to see those 10 minutes of it.
And I'm guessing the whole thing takes place in Japan because it looks like it.
We're assuming, yes.
She's the only white person there.
Yeah, for real.
She's whatever.
We don't know too much about it, so we can't inference.
Oh, it's just so cool. It feels kind of like an 80s action movie or something like that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what they paid homage to.
Even with the bright, colorful jumpsuit.
Yeah,
it's just
exactly.
Like, that kind of like screams it. Like,
for...
and now that the action scenes also.
Yeah.
Even though they were like gory and super violent, but it was just hilarious. It was so hilarious.
It really was. It really was.
Oh man, it's the most hilarious thing I've ever seen. So yeah,
it's great.
That's it. That's Kill Bill.
Well, we got 4 minutes to 40 minutes. I don't know if you want to stop. No, actually not 3. I don't know if you want to stop at 40. Because we're not going to talk about anything else now, are we?
I don't know. I mean, I wanted to talk about how it's kind of impossible to be a reviewer or a commentator now about...
we could talk about
any kind of show.
We could talk about the next podcast.
Because of YouTube copyright system. It's funny that
don't
YouTube...
go into it right now, but okay.
Alright, I'll just say this. It's funny that YouTube goes into this whole copyright thing and tries to like be like, oh hey, you're doing something wrong with that copyright shit. Like, blah blah blah, here's a notification, here's a video telling you what copyright is, and I feel like YouTube is the one who least knows what's copyright. Because copyright is not like, if you're commentating over something, if you're showing like clips and commentating over it, then that's your thing. You're commentating on the video.
They have this automatic system, which is pure bullshit, and they should remove it. Because I know of some YouTubers that got their video taken down for a game that they reviewed or they played with, and they used video of it, and YouTube took it down, but the people who made the game were like, no, we gave them the game so they could review it, and so obviously you could go to the people and say, hey, look, they put a false claim on this. Can you please take it off? And then a lot of companies will, but a lot of companies won't, which sucks. Which they gotta fix, but whatever. That's gonna be a rant for the next podcast because we only have a minute left.
Alright, you know what? Yeah, this is better to talk about next time. So, yeah, this has been the Ed&Ed podcast. This is Ed 1.
I'm Ed 2. This was a depressing one for us. Because we felt like that was the best podcast we have ever made.
Oh, man. I felt so confident about that podcast.
Yeah,
it was
me
so
too.
Good. Like, I'm not even joking, people. This isn't like, oh, you guys are missing out on like the best thing we've ever recorded, but you really are missing out on the best thing we've ever recorded.
In our opinion, you are extremely missing out, and I feel sad that nobody could hear it. I mean, like, we could put it out, but we probably won't because it's horrible.
Yeah, no, the audio is unlistenable. It's unlistenable.
You could barely even hear it. And I kind of felt like that was gonna happen in the middle of us recording. I was like, "Wow, you seem very far away," and you're like, "Nah, it's good." And I was like, "Is it?"
All right, that's it. No more depressing stuff. This is Ed 1. That's Ed 2. This has been the Ed and Ed podcast. We're done.
Episode 3.
Episode 4.
3. Well, 4 for us, but it's actually 3.
Episode 3.5. Bye bye, everybody.
Hey, adios. JK, adios. Oh, wait, no. It's still recording. How do I... Okay, bye.